Hello everybody, I'm Sarah with So Much Charm, and thank you for joining me today for the Rebecca Page Quilting Summit 2022. I'm excited. I know you're excited, so this is going to be a great day. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm so excited. First things first, a huge thank you to Rebecca Page and her team for putting together this wonderful quilting summit. She puts together all kinds of summits, but my personal favorite is the Quilting Summit. So I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'm Sarah with So Much Charm. You can check out our website at somuchcharm.com. We have multiple things that we offer our fans and our clients. We have a private VIP quilting club that's available. We have a few openings in that. You can check out the details at vipquiltingclub.com or shoot me an email at sarah@somuchcharm.com. We also have a thread club that we call the Multi-Max Club, and Club Bailey, which is our pattern club, which is quarterly. We are having a huge giveaway contest, so make sure you check out our website at somuchcharm.com and read our latest blog about the Rebecca Page Quilting Summit, and be sure to comment where somebody is going to win a $50 shop credit for our Comment Sold shop page. All you have to do is register with our Comment Sold shop, and then like and follow, subscribe to us on Instagram and Facebook, and make a comment on that blog post about the Rebecca Page Quilting Summit. It's going to be awesome. Awesome. If you would see something you like in our shop while you're there, just use the coupon code Rebecca and get free shipping here in the USA. It's valid from April 25th through May 1st. Let's see. Why did I start quilting? That's a big story. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your water, whatever you'd like to drink. Sit back, relax. All the notes that you're going to need are going to be on our blog post for the Rebecca Page Quilting Summit. And the biggest thing that I thought, hey, what is it that I can bring to the table? And that was to tell you what I wish someone had told me when I started quilting. So grab your cup of joe and we're going to have fun. Why did I start quilting? Well, my now husband, his mom was a quilter. My mom was a quilter as a child. I remember her quilting with her best friends. But the drive for me to really get back into quilting came when I had my daughter, who is now 5, Bailey. I had very serious postpartum depression, and being able to quilt or to piece a quilt block every day or be able to do something helped bring me out. So quilting quite literally saved me. Quilting was very, very good for my soul, good for my heart, and good for my brain. It brought the serotonin back to me. So I love quilting, and I hope that you do too. So there were a lot of things that nobody told me about. Are you ready? I'm going to set this down. There were a lot of things that people did not tell me about. They're like, oh, you just do this, this, piece it together, you're good to go. But I had a lot of headaches. I had a lot of headaches. So, how many of you have started quilting? I mean, even just since the pandemic, since 2020, 2019, there's still so much to learn in quilting. So the very first thing that I want to tell you about, and this this presentation will be done in segments. So there will be multiple videos. So the first one is going to be, what supplies should you have? What tools should you have in your toolbox? One of the very first things that I found was about being able to have the right instructional aids. The books. Where can I find those cheat sheet charts where I can just hold them up in front of me and not have to worry about doing the quilter's math? Have you heard of that? Quilter's math? It can be very, very scary. It can. See my little stack of books? There's a ton of books out there, a ton. And I'm not saying that one's better than another, but from my personal experience, I want to share these with you. Are you ready for this? Okay. I'm going to grab my little stack of books. My very, very favorite book is this one right here. The Ultimate Thread Guide. This is by Becky Goldsmith. And by the way, I'm not an affiliate for any of these. These are true, honest to God, my favorite books that I keep out by my sewing machine. This little stack right here, okay? This is the Ultimate Thread Guide. In it, it tells you how they make thread. The pictures are beautiful, by the way. Love them. It tells you the differences in the types of thread, rayon versus polyester versus cotton. But my favorite part is that there's charts in here for every single thread line, okay? And I have a preference. That'll be another video. I could talk all night about that thread, which is wonderful. She has these wonderful charts for each, and I'm pretty sure this is far enough away so you can't like zoom in on it or anything. So I'm not violating copyright. But every single thread line has its own chart. It has a breakdown of each of their threads. So say Wonderfill, love them by the way, and each of their thread lines. So they have an Afina thread, they have Tootie, they have Fabulix, they have lots of different threads. Well, let's see, when you open up the chart, it has the breakdown as to what it's made with, how many strands is it, all of that good stuff. And then the chart tells you what you should be using it for, like which project should you use machine embroidery, which of their threads would work for machine embroidery, and which needle you should use. Nobody told me when I started quilting that the needle, the size needle, goes with a certain size thread. And yes, thread comes in sizes. They measure it in what they call weight. So you may have a 30 weight, a 40 weight, a 50 weight, a 60 weight, a 70 weight, an 80 weight, and a 100 weight. I haven't found a 90 weight, but that's all in there. So you literally have a cheat sheet to which thread with whichever company you want to use. They're all in here. I haven't found a company that's not in here. If you do, send me a message. I want to know. And which thread you should use with this company, with which needle, and how best to apply it in your project. It is genius. I would always have thread breaking, thread skips, thread jams, all this other stuff. And this helped me figure out I was using the wrong thread with the wrong needle for the wrong projects, with the wrong fabrics, all of that. Yeah, lots of headaches. So if you would like to ease some headaches, I recommend this. I actually carry this in my online shop, but I found it first, not at my local quilt shop. I found it actually through another blogger who I just love and adore. She's a sewing blogger, and she had this on her site, and she was or is an affiliate for this through an Amazon link. So I got it to support her. But you can get this, the thread guide. They retail $14.95. If you find it, buy it. That's amazing stuff. Okay, there is another book that I have to share with you guys. I hope you're ready for this. This is called the Quilters Reference Tool. This one retails for $17.95. I do not show or sell this one in my shop. I truly, truly do love this. Okay, the Quilters math. Let's see if I can tell you, like, it tells you like how many cuts you can get. There's tons and tons of charts. It has the different blocks, how to convert the blocks to different sizes. So say you have the directions for a 9-inch, but you really want it 12 inches. It tells you how to do it. And in fact, there's probably the chart already in here, so you don't even have to think about it. So this is wonderful. I highly recommend this. This is the Quilters Reference Tool. Love this, by C&T Publishing. They also did the Ultimate Thread Guide. In fact, oh, they've done all of the ones that I love. Except for 2. So love them. Maybe I should hook them up. Okay, so another one is the Quick and Easy Block Tool. And this one retails for $19.75. So this has 110 traditional blocks showing you 5 sizes. and I'll just show you the back so that you can see. This is really, really helpful for when you are wanting to play with a block and rearrange it and play with sizes, and it shows you how to cut to get that size. Very, very helpful for beginners. I loved it. It has a ton of blocks in here, 110 to be exact. So this is another book that I would recommend, the Quick and Easy Block Tool. Okay, everybody's got a triangle ruler, I'm sure. This is one that I love. This is the Quick and Easy Triangle Block Tool book. This retails for $19.95 by C&T Publishing. And it shows you how you can take your triangles and cut your fabrics to get all of these different shapes. So things that you think when you go to a quilt show, you're like, whoa, that's like super advanced. This gives you the cheat sheet on how to do it at a beginner level. So it's very cool. Very cool. Love it. Love this book. I recommend it. Again, I'm not affiliated with them, but it certainly makes it easy because, you know, everybody has that triangle ruler, but as a beginner, sure, you probably have it in your stash of rulers, but do you know how to use it to the best of its potential and to really make a wow statement? You may want to make a center square, like a medallion for your quilt. This can show you how to do it. And it's very awesome. Very, very cool. Okay, I already talked to you about the thread guide. If you're interested in quilting and sewing, and what are the differences and which fabrics should you use for quilting versus sewing, and my husband used to say this all the time to me, well, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 80 years ago, you quilted with whatever you had on hand. Yes, but fabrics aren't made the same way anymore. So this I found super duper helpful. This is by Stuart Tabori and Chang. It's a New York company. This retails for $22.50, and this tells you all about the different fabrics and what you should use with it and which sewing machine needle you should use when you make it. So like, especially if you're, like I saw nylon in here. Here's Minky. We've got a lot of things on Minky, right? So this tells you how it's made, what it's good for, the properties of it, and also what how you should sew with it. It even tells you which thread, which stitch length, should you use a certain sewing machine foot. And that's this book right here. How you should handle it for sewing, how you should cut it, interface it, what kind of lining should you have, all of that stuff, even how to care for it. So it's literally everything about that fabric, all fabrics, and this has been a dream. I used to carry this in my purse when I'd go to the quilt shops to make sure I was getting good fabric that was perfect for my my projects. So this is another one. Love this. Love this, love this. Okay, here's another one. This is a great one for beginners. This is it usually retails for $9.95. I do not have this one in my shop right now. This is the Quick and Easy Quilt Block Builder. This is a very thin book, very thin. I love the spiral because it lays flat while I am working on it. And then it just tells you how to do things step by step by step with a picture for every single step. And I love that. I love that. So it's super, super friendly, and it even gives you the measurements for all different size blocks. So this one would be 6, 8, and 12-inch blocks. This one is 7.5 inches, 10 inches, and 15 inches. So it tells you what the sizes are to make that size finished in your quilt, meaning the block has been sewn to another block, and your quilt top is done. What's the size of that block finished in your quilt? When it's unfinished, it's usually a 1/2 inch larger than what you would expect it to be in your quilt top. Ugh, who likes to applique? Applique is like a newfound love of mine, and I first started with a pattern pool pattern called Gigi the Giraffe. I love their stuff. This book is also amazing. This retails for $19.95 and it's by C&T Publishing. And it's the ultimate applique reference tool, and it is truly the ultimate. And this like tells you like how to do things with freezer paper versus using steam-a-seam, how to do curves with, how to do your blanket stitches. You can do a blanket stitch, a straight stitch, a zigzag stitch. Some people even use a decorative stitch from their machine when they apply their applique to their background. But this just has a ton of information. So if you're interested in learning how to applique, I suggest this. Did I need this to do the pattern pool applique patterns? No, I did not. Their directions were very precise and very simple. This tells you like all different kinds of tools you would need for a more elaborate applique, like a flower scene or something like that. So this is also a book that I recommend for all beginner quilters. I love this. It's one of my favorite books. And then, okay, I'm down to my last two. This is a fantastic book. This has been hard to find in quilt shops. It's been sold out. I did a blurb on this book a few months ago, I think maybe 6 months ago, and it just sold out everywhere. This is by Jenny Doan. Everybody knows her, the Missouri Star Quilt Company. I've seen her in person at Quilt Market, and it felt like a rock star. It was like, ah. Yeah. Jenny, if you're watching, can I meet you? I just want a picture. That's it. That'd be great. Ah, okay. 10-inch pre-cuts. Yeah, I'm not crazy. 10-inch pre-cuts. Everybody wants to know, what do you do with a layer cake? What can you do? She broke down quite a few quilts in here on what you can do with just a layer cake, how to build that top with maybe some additional yardage to do your backgrounds, and this is a great book for beginners as well. So this one retails for $9.95. It's on the thinner side, but again, it has that spiral bound, so I love it because it lays flat, and it tells you all different kinds of blocks that you can do. So if you want to go as a beginner, this is a great one. It makes 20 plus traditional quilt blocks from 10-inch squares, or what some people would call layer cake size. I think that's a term coined by Moda. So that would be a 10-inch square. Wonderful. Now, this next one, I actually found this one at a garage sale, but it's the Quilters Bible. Oh my gosh. I have no idea how much this retails for. I've never seen it. When I got it, there was a price tag of $12.98 that was scratched off, and I did not pay that. But again, it's spiral bound, and it's wonderful. It gives you all of the little details, step by step, cutting instructions, how to help you with cutting tips. And this is just something that I found to be very helpful, very unique, and it gives you just practical information on everything from cutting to stitching to the construction of how to pick the fabrics and everything. So they are step-by-step directions, and this is what the back of the book looks like. So those are my favorite books for learning how to quilt. So if you have a chance to pick up just 2 of them, I would definitely say the Thread Guide, and I would say the Quick and Easy Block Builder. These 2 are amazing. And then the ultimate one, this one would also be amazing. This one is a little bit bigger. So this one did have a bigger price tag, but is also an amazing book. So these 3 I would recommend for like the top 3. But I do love all of them, and I do keep them all out on my sewing table next to my machine. So if I ever need to look something up, I can, and it's very helpful to have all of those cheat sheets. I don't have to have anything pinned into the wall. I have certain pages flagged so that I know where to find things, especially before I start a project. So those are my favorite books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 favorite books. I hope you enjoyed them. I will make a list of these on my website for you so that you don't have to go, what did she say? She went too fast. Don't worry about it. I will have a printout with pictures for you on my website. I do carry the Ultimate Thread Guide in my shop. The 10-inch square one is currently sold out, the one by Jenny Doan, but hopefully we can get some more of those in the future. So let's now talk about our favorite, my absolute favorite sewing machine basic tools that every beginner quilter should have, according to me. Stay tuned.